The lights of Kentucky Performing Arts shine on more than our shows. They illuminate a pathway of discovery for all throughout our Commonwealth. A pathway of creativity, confidence, possibility, of brilliance, inspiration, curiosity, and wonder. For 40 years, Kentucky Performing Arts has led a pathway to unite the Commonwealth around the joy of discovering the arts, and will continue to shine this light far into the future.
So I want to make sure everybody knows. Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna get you this. Hold on one sec.
Hello, no, I want to stay over here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Alden Helton. Look, that's Alden Helton of the Alden Helton Technology Center.
Well, he just has to stay until we finish, so that's it.
Okay. Yeah, but don't tell her I didn't say his name. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, thank everybody for being here. This is a really amazing day for us, as they all are, because we get to every single day get to help people. So that is a huge blessing. So thank you all for being a part of that. I want to start with on behalf of AMPED and myself. I want to say thank you to our friends and community partners, U.S. Bank, and a special thanks to my good friend Jeffrey Mills. Um, so what I want to talk about really quickly, and then the next up will be Pat Malloy from Economic Development. But what a good partner is, and why a good partner is important. And I just wrote some notes because people know me. I will ramble, so I'm gonna keep this short. A good partner stands with you eye to eye and shoulder to shoulder. A good partner trusts you to do what you say you will do. That's trust-based philanthropy. A good partner helps to provide needed investments and resources in the form of time, talent, and in this case. So I was telling Jeffrey earlier, the way that I figure out whether a person is a good partner, somebody that we can trust, and somebody that really cares about what we're doing, is I go to my email. If you contact me, I go to my email to look to see how many times you've contacted me before and how often you contacted me. And so I did that just the other day. I went and pulled up Jeffrey Mills in my email, and Jeffrey Mills' name goes all the way back to 2020. Now, the interesting thing about 2020 is when I was sitting in my house during the pandemic, angry and upset about the state of black business in Louisville, Kentucky. And Jeffrey Mills, actually, get this, a year ago to almost this time, yesterday, is when Jeffrey Mills sent me an email, and this is what that email said. Mr. Christopher, would you please give me a call to discuss the above mentioned? Ben Richmond, who recently passed away, he was the former president of the Louisville Urban League, may have mentioned I would be contacting you. You can reach me, and he left his cell phone number. But get this, he said you can reach me almost any time, including this weekend. This guy didn't even know me, and he made himself that accessible to me. And every year since 2020, since this email, Jeffrey Mills has been in contact with us. And so that's a partner. We talk about it all the time. I'm not a transactional person. And anybody who knows me knows that's true. And I think about, like, how do I create relationships such that even if you're not giving us money or whatever, that you're also speaking about us, you're thinking about us, and to all you business folks that are out there, those are the kind of relationships you want. You want to be in a room when you're not in the room. You want people thinking about you and talking about you. Um, so our businesses are having success. U.S. Bank is committed to investing in their success. We know that black businesses you'll hear this a lot, the black businesses across the nation face disproportionately high barriers to success. The racial gap is a huge contributor to this, as many black founders start out with way too little money to succeed. Because of this and other persistent inequities, as many as 8 out of 10 black businesses fail after their first 18 months in business. AMPed, however, has been able to reverse those odds. Here, 7 out of every incubator businesses survive their first 18 months. So that's worth an applause. That's your key. So as I said, this will be repeated as long as it's true, and our goal is for it to be always true and continuously get better. With partners like U.S. Bank together, leveling the playing field, and increasing the opportunity for generational wealth in all of our communities. So now, Mr. Pat Malloy.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I believe what you just said, Dave. I built a career on not so much smarts, but on relationships. I call it planting seeds. And if you plant seeds all your life, honest to goodness, you never know where things will pop up. I didn't know where Christina was. She and I worked together for years in a prior business life that I had, where she provided all kinds of valuable consulting stuff for our company. And now, just through relationships, because I went to work for the mayor 16 months ago, she's down here playing an important role in the growth of the Russell Technology Business Incubator, AMPED. And it's an amazing story. I didn't know the first thing about him when he came to work for the mayor. He's busy getting Kamala Harris nominated. He's in Chicago. He's the Democratic National Convention, or he would be here. And he asked me if I would run by. And so I'm glad to be here to celebrate this. And what I learned from Christina and from Dave when I started asking questions, they had me up here and helped educate me on what it is that they do at AMP. It's basically an entrepreneurial example where they saw a problem. He just talked about the problem, the lack access to capital, black businesses growing, black businesses surviving beyond the first 18 months, which is a huge hurdle. He identified a problem and took a small business idea and it created a solution. It was a real roll up your sleeves moment. And if you fast forward 4 years ago to today, when this thing was founded in 2021, it's now a significant player. It's one of the, could be number one, and one top two or three significant players in the black ecosystem, black and Latinx business ecosystem in this city, and how you grow those small businesses. The mayor, I came aboard 16 months ago, and I'm going to leave a week from tomorrow. I'm going to continue to serve. The mayor set up a new economic development alliance here in town. It's a fancy term. It's a public-private partnership. It's got some city dollars in it. Got about 17 employees from the city that are going to go to work for it. It's a board of business leaders, not-for-profit leaders. President of the University of Kentucky called and asked to serve on the board of the Louisville Economic Development Alliance, which I thought was interesting. Mayor called this gentleman, Dave Christopher, and he's serving on the board of that because the mayor believes what we all believe, that relationships matter and that you can't drive equity and the growth of minority-owned businesses unless you sustain those relationships, build them, and talk about the problems. So that's what the Growing Louisville Together plan is. I would commend it to you. That plan calls for the creation of no less than 300 new black businesses by 2027. That's a big hill to climb. But this entity here has already graduated more than 60 businesses, and they'll work with another 100 between now and 2027. And I can't stress enough that when I was a lawyer, I represented a lot of small businesses. And so many times you would find people just ill-equipped. They didn't know who to get as a lawyer. How do I find an accounting firm? Or how do I go to U.S. Bank or ABC Bank and make a loan and all of that stuff? You survive beyond 18 months, you've kind of gotten over a hump mentally, psychologically. It's a huge hurdle. And David gave the statistic 8 out of 10 fail minority businesses. Here, 7 out of 10 succeed. That's an unbelievable turn of the coin, flipping of the switch. It's just amazing. So, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank my friend David Womble and his colleagues from U.S. Bank, their rich generosity. This is a sizable gift here. And this organization survives because Dave has the chutzpah to go out into the community and build relationships and ask for money. And he's done it successfully, but it's an ongoing relationship building process. So U.S. Bank, thank you guys and women very much. And I'll be quiet now and say congratulations. It's a big deal. Good. Thanks.
Thank you very much. U.S. Bank has been in Louisville for over 100 years, but this is the biggest, coolest, and one of the best things we've ever been able to do. And it's important to us because it touches on something that we believe very deeply, that our purpose is to power the potential of others. We're a bank. We don't actually make anything. We help people make things, fix things, sell things, create lives, and prosper. So we're only as strong as our customers and our community are. And this is a great way for us to help both of those things happen. But it also demonstrates the power of connections and relationships, as Pat and Dave have alluded to. In 2020, and Dave, I can't believe you got emails going back that far, but I'll be more thoughtful about what I email to you. Jeff Mills and I said, we'd really like to find a way to help Black businesses in Louisville. Where do we go to do that? Well, we turned to two of our board members, Audwin Helton and the late Ben Richmond. And they said, you got to meet this guy named Dave Christopher. He has got a fantastic thing coming out of the ground that U.S. Bank needs to get behind and support. So not only did we make an initial grant to the Russell Tech Business Incubator, but we also contributed the tax credits to the villages of Molo to help this building come out of the ground. So we're thrilled to be back to do something more and something big. So I'm here on behalf of U.S. Bank, but I'm here I'm here just as well in honor of Audwin and Ben. Thank you.
Hey everybody, Brittany Hill Whitehead. I'm the manager of AMPED Russell Technology Business Incubator. So it's a privilege to be here today. I wanted to share a little bit more about how RTBI is making a tangible difference in the lives of entrepreneurs and also in our broader community here in Louisville. We know that RTBI is a state of the art Black and Latinx business incubator and technology service center. We are here to support Black and Latinx businesses, particularly those that are underserved and under resourced. We offer a comprehensive suite of services, particularly in underserved communities, which is why we've been intentional, and Dave was very intentional about placing us right here in the Russell neighborhood. Um, in the RTBI program, which is the year-long program, the services that we offer include business development training, wealth strategy, accounting, legal services, business coaching, mental health counseling, access to seed capital, and this ranges and goes to startups and established businesses. And really, what this helps to do is just to help businesses to overcome barriers like limited access to networks, education, and fair capital, all which we know are essential for substantial business growth. So, our program, just to dig a little bit deeper and to let you guys know exactly what we do all year, we run for a full year. We start in January and we run all the way through December. We feature a robust curriculum called the Learning Journey, which is also complemented by certified classes through universities that our founders take. And that covers topics such as accounting, customer pricing. We also provide weekly presentations where we have professionals and resources come in here. We have workshops and master classes on various topics ranging from business planning to marketing, branding, financial management. You name it, we do it. And it's all tailored to the needs of Black and Latinx founders. We understand the importance of branding, go to market strategies, and we ensure that our founders are equipped so that they can read income statements. They know what a P&L is. These are things that are extremely important to make sure that our businesses are in a position for growth. Some things that we're really happy that we've been able to get behind is just the dedication of our faculty and our staff, who's dedicated over 13,500 hours since the inception of RTBI. So some key achievements that I just wanted to highlight include businesses that have been able to graduate out RTBI and open additional locations, hire employees. Some businesses that came into the incubator that didn't have employees, now they're able to actually give other people jobs and other people opportunities. Um, so our key achievements also go past that as far as just being able to help our founders be in a position to secure grants and debt financing as well. So we also, in the past 2 years, have also established an alumni association too. So once our graduates are done with the program, they have a support system where they can come back and still know that they're part of the AMP family. So we're really proud of that. The businesses that we work with cover a wide range of industries from profit to nonprofit. Uh, we have some of them here today. We've got food, beverage, um, healthcare, media, community service, transportation, beauty and wellness, art, fitness, agriculture, construction, finance, tech. I could just go on and on. So the one thing that they do share that they have in common for sure is the commitment to sustainable growth and significant social and economic impact in our community. So our founders are really passionate about making a difference. Um, that create services in the community and spaces to help people. We have businesses that help people that are affected by violence, that counsel individuals that have been through sexual trauma, you name it, they're there for our community. So um, we just really are grateful for the generous gifts and investments that we receive here at AMPed, RTBI, and we're able to address both the business's growth and the individual's growth as well, which is super important. So we're able to offer mental health sessions to our founders in group and one-on-one because we know it's stressful to be an entrepreneur, and we want to make sure that they have those support systems available to them. And we know that this is also important to ensure long-term success for our founders. Our founders also benefit from one-on-one coaching, pitch competition, crowdfunding exercises, networking with investors, and financial institutions. So um, we're not just building businesses here at RTBI, we are building legacies. We empower Black and Latinx entrepreneurs to create intergenerational wealth and prosperity with a focus on equity, inclusion, and community impact. So I'm honored to be part of this journey with you guys here. And I'm looking forward to just witnessing all the continued success that you all continue to have. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jeff Mills, Community Affairs Manager for U.S. Bank. It's a pleasure to be here, and we thank you all for coming out. We get to periodically, or let me say that our job is to take care of the Community Reinvestment Act, CRA, and we also do the distribution of our funds for our foundation. Periodically, the bank gives us extra funds to put out in the community. And as Dave Christopher mentioned earlier, first contact I had with him was one of those times. It was right at the beginning of the pandemic, and we were thinking, how can we help our communities? How can we have extra money out there? So we had a pot of money for the Louisville area, and lo and behold, we were able to find Dave and his organization through Ogwin and late Ben Richmond. And I thank you guys again for those opportunities that you have helped us out in the community to further our mission. So we go forward, and the funds that we have today that we're going to talk about, called the Opportunity Fund, that was started mainly through a merger that we had just completed out in California. So once we completed that, we sat out and said, how can we put some extra dollars out in the community, especially in California, but how can we do it out here in the eastern part of the U.S. too, since we're across the U.S. So we have had a fund, as I mentioned, the Opportunity Fund is very competitive. It was nationwide, and lo and behold, after all that was said and done, we were able to grant funds to the Russell technology business. The Opportunity Fund, there are 4 categories that we were looking to fund. It was small business, affordable housing, home ownership, and broadband in rural areas, and Native American. Myself, I was on the broadband Native American, so I never got to see the application till the end. It was real close to the end, and they said, if you know of any of these organizations, put comments down. So I was able to put some comments down, and I'm grateful that everything had worked out for us. So with that, on behalf of U.S. Bank, I would like to, guess who's coming up? I'd like to present the Russell Business Technology Business Incubator with a check for $500,000. And as everyone has said, this is going to be put to good use in those neighborhoods. Your dream is coming alive, and we're just here to support that. And as we support it, come back and see us again.
Oh, for sure.
We'll see what else we can do.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So we can get everybody in. Oh, I'm a little guy.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Really appreciate you so much. Great job. Appreciate y'all. What's that? I know. That's right. Sure. Because Monica, you get positives. Erica, you want to close up?
Dave has a way of putting me on the spot. Um, Again, thank you for your partnership, and that's exactly what it is. It's not about a donation; it's a partnership. And your belief, we realize, is that as we try to grow and scale our business, what we do on a national scale, it's definitely going to take partners like you all for us to make this happen. For the businesses, this is an example. Again, just in a short journey, 10 years, Dave has been able to grow. I sat with Demetrius earlier, and we talked about him growing his nonprofit and being in the position to get his first contract employee. And again, this is just an example of what can happen with the support of the community. So thank you to everyone.
If we can we have all the businesses that are here can come up to the front? So if this ever hits the news, I want your face there because people knowing who you are, that means you get a check. So at least we hope that that's what happens. But yeah, just to close out, honestly, is that these folks, the one thing that I'm really extremely proud about. Yeah, absolutely. What I'm really super proud about, I mean, it's all sincerity, is like, and we've said this for years since the organization was founded, is that we can only provide resources. These folks have to show up. And I promise you, if you ever show up here on Thursday, or if you get on one of those Zoom calls for the last 4 years since we started this incubator, these folks have shown up and they do the work and they put it in. And this is like these folks tell you, this is not for the faint of heart. This is not like a little quick workshop or whatever. These folks put in hours and hours and hours a week to get this done, and they show up. This means nothing. We have this room, this building, this stuff, and nobody shows up for it. It does not matter. And the one thing I want to make sure that people, that if anybody sees this or hears this, is stop saying that we don't want it, we're not working hard enough. These folks are working hard enough. They still need the resources. So $500,000 is a lot of money, and it's gonna do a lot of great things. But this problem is way bigger than that, right? And so we got to have partners like US Bank that started literally like from the very beginning before we even opened the door the first time in 2020. They were there, and we need to have other funders out there understanding that this is not a one-day problem, it's not a one-year problem, it's not even a 5-year problem. We have over 500 businesses waiting to get into this business incubator because it's a game changer. And so that requires dollars, that requires support, that requires a lot of things. So I just want to say congratulations and thank you to you folks for trusting us, right, to like spend that time with us and put in all that work. So thank you. Thank you. We're done.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
We will not make excuses. We will make changes.
It is our duty. It is our duty to. We must love and support.
Sure, the mayor still plans to spend this money in the same way following this announcement, and if so, why does he think he has the authority?
We have nothing to lose.
I've been here every day.
We have nothing to lose but our chance. But our chance.